Gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with another episode of our Neverwinter Nights 2 official campaign Human Archery Ranger playthrough. So, yeah, a little bit of an admission here. I had actually recorded this episode and another episode, and then I accidentally deleted this episode. So I'm going to replay both of what was in those two episodes. So it means I know a little bit of what's happening ahead. Yeah, I'll explain all of that. The other thing was, at the start of this episode, I was going to have confirmed what we had to do, because we're looking for some globe thing that the dryad over there wants. It's not here. This is really poor design of a quest, because there's no clue at all that it's not here. You could spend hours going back and forth over this spot going, what am I doing wrong? Why can I not find this thing? Because you need to get this powder from the dryad to be able to clear your name. It actually counts for quite a bit to get that. So what it is we have to go to Ember from here. And then from Ember, we actually find our way into the tunnels, which has an exit right there. It's bizarre, but that's what it is. So we're going to do that. And that wasn't something that I remembered halfway through the episode that I deleted. That was what I'd worked out in between the episodes that I had to do. So it's efficient. Whoever did this, they took care to secure the perimeters first, then moved in. Look, you can tell from the positions of the corpses. Wouldn't put it past Luskins. They usually don't bother to try and blame everywhere else, so they may have made mistakes. I was just travelling through here last season. There was the quartermaster's house and Elaine's house. By the gods, who could have done this? These villagers, none of them were soldiers. It would have been a massacre. My dear, it was a massacre. Come, let us see what we can find. Okay, so we're going to do things a little bit differently from what I did last time I did this, because there are some things we need to find here above ground. And so we're going to do all of that before we head into the well, which leads us underground. And we have this powder here that we need, yes, the worm sage, which we need to put on the various corpses. So, hold on a moment. I hear something moving in the well. I heard it too. Could be a survivor or one of the murderers. I say we find out. Yep, well, we will find out eventually, but not right now. Right now, we're going to get rid of all of these. And while doing it, there's a couple of things we're going to discover in the village. So this powder is supposed to help any souls to flee the bodies so that they can't become undead. Which actually doesn't make any sense to me, because I would have thought a body without a soul in it would be what could become undead. I don't know. I don't believe in souls, so, you know, that's probably why I don't understand what they're going for here. Anyway. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Let's just rest so I get that spell back. There we go. It seems we found the quartermaster's log, a little charred but intact. Let's see. He sure did keep a lot of notes. It's not as complicated as it seems. In fact, over the past few weeks, it doesn't look like many shipments actually came into Ember. Not even from Luskin, that's odd. Not if Luskin knew there wouldn't be any reason to send shipments anymore, which would mean they knew the village would be destroyed. Let's save this logbook for the trial and see if they can explain this their curious foresight in this massacre. I think we should keep searching for more clues. There may be other items that Ember's attackers missed in their haste. Alright, so let's do that body. Oh, that's right. Gwyvern of the Road is here. Well met. We keep running into each other. There's definitely more than the luck of the road at work here. Unfortunately, this will likely be our last meeting. Did you see what happened in the village? Unfortunately, no. I arrived after this senseless slaughter. All I can tell you is that this was not done by orcs or barbarians. I came here to explore the wonders of the Duskwood and found great tragedy instead. I've seen many things in my years, both wonderful and terrible, but seeing the fate of this town, I feel as if my remaining years have escaped me and my journeys must come to an end. The only thing left for me to find is to find a warm fire to rest my bones beside, and perhaps some eager listeners to hear what I have learned from the road. You will always have a place at my fire. You really mean that? I am very grateful, and I think I'll take you up on that offer soon. Your kind words have inspired me to make one last journey. When I am done, I will find you and share with you my knowledge of the road. All right, so we have this corpse here. There we go. And this one here. Hold a moment, look at this. What is it? The corpse is unusually discolored, much different from the usual decay. What does it mean, though? Just doing my job. The sooner I put together these pieces, the sooner I... These wounds are superficial, not deep enough to kill. And the scent, coupled with the discoloration of the skin here and here, this man died from poison, an unusual one at that. You won't find it in any of the apothecaries or potion shops in Neverwinter, but it is a local favourite among several of the less friendly assassins' guilds in Luskan. I don't even know how you can tell that. Trust me, I've seen a lot of death over the centuries. Let me take a sample from the body. I think it will serve as a valuable piece of evidence. I think we should keep searching for more clues. There may be other items that Ember's attackers missed in their haste. All right. So we still want to do that. And that's all of the bodies done. So now let's come over here. And I don't know that I ever saved in Ember. Now we have. Not that we need to, but let's go down. Here's Marcus. I knew I'd see you again, and you're finally here. Are you all right? I'm hungry, but I'm okay. What happened to the village? Men came. When I saw them, I knew they were the ones who kill everyone. There was no place for me to hide except in the well. I watched them kill all the people. I didn't want to, but it felt important for me to see what happened so I could tell you. Sorry you had to go through that. Who did this? There were 12 of them, I think. They had dark armor, and one of them looked like you. I knew he wasn't, though. And how did you know that? When I really focused on him, he started to look different. I saw a man who was big and mean, like an ogre, but bald. This testimony could prove useful. We should take him with us back to Neverwinter when we're done here. You've been down here all this time? Yes, I knew he would be coming here, so I waited. I knew you would be coming here, so I waited. I'll take you to Port Last. You'll be safe there. I can make it on my own. All right, but be careful. I'll wait for you at the Alliance Inn. Falgor always has some extra food and places at his heart. I almost forgot. Here's the knife you gave me. It helped me survive down here, but I won't need it anymore. About time I got it back. Bye. Okay, let's give that knife back to Bishop. It is actually a very good dagger. +2 to Dex, does extra melee damage slashing. It's keen, so it does more crit damage, and it also does massive crits of 1d6. So it's actually a really good knife. If you're going for a rogue build, sneak attacking, well, maybe not sneak attacking because it's critting. You don't get bonus damage for crits in sneak attacks. But if you're going for any sort of dual wield build, a dual wield crit build, that is a really good weapon to have. Swashbuckler, just wonderful if you're going to do it. All right, but there is more to be done down here. This is the Duskwood Caverns. Okay. Let's have a look. Well, actually, the Duskwood Caverns are through the door here. Probably should... All right. Ullip, more intruders. Wake up, wake up. So this is a goblin. Stay back or we kill you. I'm not looking for a fight, but I will defend myself. We already killed one intruder today. You go away now or we kill you too. Who was the other intruder? He was human, very fast, with sharp weapons. He kills some of the tribe, but we kill him too. Gleck, take his skull for trophy. Stick shiny stones where eyes used to be. Should find out more about this intruder. He could have been one of the ones who attacked Ember. Will you let me speak to Gleck? Why? Intruder was your friend? Actually, he was an enemy. You wait here. We see if Gleck want to talk. Gleck say you come inside. He not think you friend with other intruder. But that not mean we trust you. We watching you close. Whoop. All right. I think... I was just actually wondering if there's somewhere that you can actually see the intruder's head. I guess not. Doesn't matter. Ullip, tell me you wish to know about the intruder who come to our caves. It's possible he'll help to commit a crime which I'm blamed for. He was most vicious warrior. We would have been slaughtered were it not for our magic. Magic? Even the weakest of my tribe knows simple spells, a gift from our sacred glowstone. This glowstone, what is it? As I said, it is a sacred artifact of my tribe. We discovered it in these caverns shortly after we fled here. You fled here? What were you running from? Our old tribe. We were prospering, yet the chieftain insisted on making war against other tribes. I proposed that we live peacefully. The chieftain disagreed. So I gathered what followers I could and deserted my tribe. Naturally, my former tribe attempted to hunt us down. It was futile to stand and fight, so we ran. Eventually we found this place, and we have been here ever since. About this intruder, where is his body now? In ashes, little of him remains. I kept his skull, his weapons, and his ring for myself. It's a shame there's no body, but the ring might prove useful. I need this ring. May I have it? My tribe earned this treasure with our blood. If you desire it, you must do the same. What do you need me to do? We share these caverns with a number of giant spiders. They too possess magic and are formidable foes. They have recently built a nest in one of the adjoining caves, too close to us by far. Destroy them all and the ring is yours. All right, I'll do it. Follow this tunnel to the edge of our domain. You will find the spiders in the caves beyond. So this is another one of these quests where it's dubious what you should do, because you need the glowstone to give to the dryad, who will give you the stuff that you need. But these guys are, even though they're goblins, which essentially means evil, they're not acting evil. They're very peaceful. And they just want help. They just want to be left alone, and they want help to get rid of the spiders. So if you do that for them, you're going to have to do something evil to kill them and take the glowstone. I prefer not to do that, so we are going to come through here, and we are going to clear out the spiders for them. All the while keeping an eye out for any possible ore veins that might be useful to us. Axe trap actually did a fair bit of damage. Come back to that in a minute. An enormous spider emerges from the shadows and scuttles towards you. Its massive abdomen glimmers with a pale, unearthly light. Uh-oh, it looks like we've made another friend, and it's a big one. Spider looks unusually large, and its movement's odd. It looks like it's studying us. Looks like our big friend here is smart enough to figure out we're more trouble than dinner's worth. It doesn't seem to be attacking, but what I wouldn't give for a huge book to crush it with right now. As it draws closer, the spider pauses, regarding you with a multitude of eyes. What do you want? For a long moment, the spider waves its mandibles as if considering its response. Then it begins to scrawl a symbol in the ground with its foreleg. The spider is highly intelligent. One of those glyphs are close enough to writing to... My, this is fascinating. The spider completes the first symbol, inspects it for a moment, and then adds several more. As a ranger, you're an outcast. You're being hunted by the others of your kind, and you're hungry. The spider clacks its mandibles excitedly and scribbles another series of marks in the dirt. Feed Miri and Jilla's insect collection to the spider. Spider deftly tears apart the little wooden boxes and thrusts its fangs into the squirming weevils and grubs. I thought their insect collection was already all, like, dead and pinned down, like you do with a butterfly collection type of thing. After happily feeding for some time, the spider raises its fangs and scratches out another marking in the dirt with its forelegs. I think it wants to come with us. It looks happy. God, those fangs are huge, and it's still got insect bits on them. It seems we've made a friend. I suggest you let it down easy with a polite but firm refusal. The spider waits, looking at you expectantly. Many of those who follows nature's way have such companions. I would be glad to have such an ally. If you're sure, it seems nature has given us a gift and we need all the help we can get. Allies from nature are welcome. I hope we can gather more. Nature has many gifts and she will support us in our struggles as long as we respect the land. I cannot believe we're doing this. The spider twitches its mandibles excitedly. In the dirt it scratches a single, graceful ruin. That looks like the elvish symbol for friendship. Kistrel. As good a name as any. The spider clacks its mandibles twice, then scuttles away into the darkness. You sense that you will soon see the creature again. Okay. So, we may see that creature again. I think that will probably be... Well, actually, I don't know. I thought it might be when we get our castle, but I'm not entirely sure. We're not going to bother going down here because that's where the glowstone cave is, and that's just going to cause trouble. We're going to come back up here to the goblin camp and tell the goblin that we've gotten rid of all the spiders, and he will reward us. Quick save is probably advised at this point. Where is he? It's right there. It's done. The group of spiders won't bother you anymore. Then it is as my scouts have said, you've earned the ring and also the gratitude of my tribe. Ah, excellent. Another piece to the puzzle. Why, it's just a ring, hardly worth its weight in copper. No, I think it will prove quite valuable. You see these, the teeth-like projections around the edge? This ring is a symbol of the Circle of Blades, a group of murderers native to Luskan. The man the goblin killed was an assassin, very far from home, it seems. I think we should keep searching for more clues. There may be other items that Ember's attackers missed in their haste. Alright, so I'm pretty sure there's only one more thing we can find. Come back into the room that had the little spiders in it. You didn't pick up one of these remains, so let's get that. There's some ore over there. So let's make sure we investigate that. Oh, and that was a trap. It's a trap. Right, we found that ore. So this is the back door. Let's just wait for everybody to catch up to us because it looks like some of them got caught in spider web. Trap. Who are we missing? Oh, Lean. Really? Alright. So this will bring us out back in the Duskwood Grove. So here's the thing. At the episode that I'm replacing now, I got all the way through to the trial, and while I was there, I had a real bad time of it because I wasn't sure what I was doing. I was muddling my way through, and we ended up failing the trial and getting proclaimed guilty. Now, that's not a fail because you can still take the trial by combat, right? But at the time, I wasn't sure if you could. I couldn't remember if you could get through it successfully. It turns out you can, but you have to have the blood sample from the assassin that we found in Ember, the book that we got in Ember, the quartermaster's log. We have to have Marcus, the young boy that we found down the well, and we have to have this what's her name? This powder that the Dryad has. You have to have those 4 things. And they start you, there's a whole point system in the trial. And if you've got all of those, your points start as 6 points. Or 6 or 7, depending on how you get this stuff from the Dryad. If you can do it without killing the Dryad, you get 3 points. If you have to kill the Dryad, you get 2. Here's the thing. You can talk the Dryad into giving you the stuff, but I'm not good enough I don't have high enough charisma to do that. And so my only other option is to kill all of those goblins and take the globe and give it to the Dryad, or kill the Dryad. So unfortunately, we're going to kill the Dryad because those goblins, there's no reason to want to kill them. And Eleni sort of backs us up on this because you'll see what happens in a sec. So let's just do a full save in the Grove again. There we go. Did you find the glowstone? I've changed my mind. I've decided to kill you instead. You dare threaten me in my grove, my home? Creatures of the grove aid me. I think not. What? You are alone, and even the creatures of this grove are twisted as you have helped them become, will not turn on me. So, if you face us, then you will do so alone. And as you can see, it really doesn't take much to take her down. And she has the alteration powder and a scroll and a lesser magic bag. Not much, and we don't have to worry about those creatures. So that's really good. Good. You have to have Eleni with you for that outcome. Otherwise, that fight is challenging with all of those dire creatures there. So now, if we check with, let's talk to Sand.
Yes?
I want to ask you about the trial. I think we've found all the clues that will make our case.
Let's take what we have to Naval and deal with these Luskan accusations once and for all. We should be able to find Naval in Castle Never, no doubt anxiously awaiting our return like a fretful hen.
Okay, so So part of me wants to go back to Port Last. Because, and I was just checking my notes here about the trial. I think we will go back to Port Last. See, the thing is, the only reason I want to go back to Port Last is to talk to Elgin and prove that he was wrong. Slightly petty of me, I know, but we also need to talk to Naya over here and tell her that we finished that quest. I did as you asked. People of Ember will rest in peace. You have a good heart, and I thank you. Kept this amulet all these years. It belonged to my love, but I think it will suit you well. This is a great gift she gave you. It is like she gave you her heart. I shall treasure it then. It is good to respect such a thing. It has much of herself invested in it. However you use it, I hope it will aid you in your travels. All right, so it is this amulet here, Amulet of Doom Guide. Immunity to death magic, but it's only useful by lawful, and unfortunately the only lawful person in our party at the moment. I mean, back at the inn, at the Sunken Flagon, we have Cassavir, who is lawful, but in our actual party, lawful neutral sand is it. I'm not going to give it to him because it's almost not really useful for anything. What we are going to do, though, is I'm going to take that bow and all of these arrows off Sand because he can now cast spells again. So there's no need for him to do all of this. And we can sell all of that.
I am listening.
You're good with your bow. You're good with your bow and the arrows you've got.
Listening, really.
And you don't need those extra arrows because your bow is all good as well. All right, we'll save all of this. We'll sell all of this, I mean. In fact, it's probably best if we sell this before we go into the inn. Let's see what you got for sale. So that is the Quartermaster's Log. Worm Sage. Keep the lesser bag for now. Don't. Those. All right. That is good. We don't need any more equipment. We're doing good at the moment. Quick save. Let's get in to the inn. Talk to the couple of people in there that we need to. Because there's another quest we can hand in. We're actually close to a level, I think. Yes, we are. I think I remember I leveled up in the inn last time I did this. And I'm a little bit stuck. All right. I don't think he's got anything. What do you know about Marcus? Now that boy, he's an odd one, just wandering out of the woods, they say, and attached himself to some folk in Ember. He came in and out of here with the other Ember folk. Nice enough lad, bit too serious for a child, but better than running about and breaking things. He can stay here as long as he likes, God's knows. I can always use another kitchen boy, and I don't figure he'll trouble the customers. Thank you, that's kind of you. Least I can do, had me a few friends in Ember, and they were fond of the boy. They'd want him warm and fed. Okay, farewell. Let's talk to... I don't know if there's anything new to say to Malin. No. Let's talk to Marcus. No, he doesn't want to say anything. Let's talk to Kalindra. My pardons, but have you any news of Bradbury? I found his body inside a cave in the Duskwood. How many times did I tell him brawn should always be tempered by caution and wisdom? I'll miss him even if he was a fool. What will you do now? Without Bradbury, I don't know. I will stay here for a time and look for work. If I find nothing, I will have no choice but to return alone to Arm and to my father's employ. If I hear any suitable opportunities, I'll sure to tell you. For that, I would be doubly grateful. In Arm, a coin in the right pocket is all that is required to secure a contract. Here it is all in who you know. Okay, so that's that. And we got a level. I might as well level up before we talk to, what's his name? Okay, dexterity +1. And a reminder, this is all based on the build by Archery Ranger build for Neverwinter Nights 2. The details are down in the description. And at level 12, it was power critical longbow. So we've seen how much we crit with this bow. This is going to make it even easier to crit, which is very nice. Even though the longbow isn't traditionally a good weapon for critting, we have just been really lucky in this playthrough, and we have been getting a lot of crits. Third level spell, Heal Animal Companion, is a really good one because it heals 10 points per caster level to a max of 150. Now, I don't know whether my caster level is considered level 3, which means it does 30 points, or if it's just my level as a ranger, which is 12. Yeah, which means 120 points. Either way, it's a pretty good spell, so we're going to take that. And because it is so useful, we're going to put these down on the bar, and I'm going to try and remember to use them at some point, particularly if my animal companion is close to me. All right, Eleni. And Eleni gets some more spells, so she gets another first level spell. Actually, let's throw another Entangle in there, I think. She gets a third level spell. I really don't see the point in taking anything but Call Lightning, because it is the best spell by far, does massive amounts of damage. Very, very useful. Ice Storm, I think, is really good. We'll take another one of those. I'm almost tempted to get rid of that Flame Strike and replace it with an Ice Storm. I'm going to give her a Cure Critical Wounds and another Call Lightning Storm. And then here, it's interesting. I don't want the mass Cure Light Wounds, because Cure Light, this is the problem. These mass spells that you start getting at like level 6 and onwards, they're really not that useful, because being able to cast this once, even though it's everybody in my group gets healed, a Cure Light Wounds does like 1d8 plus 1 point per caster level to a maximum of plus 25. So, I mean, yeah, it's 13 to 20 points of damage that it is healing, so it's not that bad on everybody, but, you know, most of my people are up above 100 hit points at the moment. And if they really need healing, is it that useful? I don't know. I've had a look at it before, and Stonehold sounds like a really good spell. Creates a cloud that paralyzes any creature within it, encasing them in stone for 1d6 rounds. We're just going to take a couple of those. Bishop. There you go. And we're going to give you Heal Animal Companion as well.
Listening, really.
Sand. And you can add another first level spell. And as I always say, you're mad if you don't take Magic Missile. You can add another 5th level spell, and I'm just going to go with Cones of Cold because he doesn't really have much in the way of good 5th level spells at the moment. And then 6th level spells, Stone Body, you gain damage reduction, but you take it and you get a bonus to strength, but you take a bonus to dexterity and move at half speed. And you have 50% arcane failure chance and a -8 armor check penalty. You're immune to blindness, critical hits, ability score damage, deafness, disease, electricity, poisoning, and stunning. You only take half damage from acid and fire of all kinds. I mean, it sounds really good and horrifically bad at the same time. And then Tensor's Transformation, you become an Engine of Destruction, gaining a +1 attack bonus for every 2 caster levels and a +4 natural armor class bonus to AC +5 to Fortitude saves, and an additional 1d6 hit points per caster level. In addition, your Strength, Dex, and Constitution are each set to 20 for the duration of the spell. Area of effect is the caster. I can understand some builds. That spell would be absolutely amazing. If you were a Magus type of build, that would make you an Engine of Destruction. But for just a regular... I mean, the best weapon I could probably use would be a quarterstaff. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it, so I'm going to go with another Disintegrate, I think. And then Chandra. So the problem here is Chandra keeps doing specializations in short sword, but we're not actually letting her use that. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to... Like, I could have gone through and build all these characters differently and build them the way I wanted them to and everything. Just don't care. I don't... The problem I'm having is I'm enjoying these games, but I wish I didn't have to spend so much time building the other characters. I want to just concentrate on my character and what they are doing. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk to Elgin. Back again, I'm sure I can spare some time for you. Let's talk about Ember, shall we? Sure, all right. What do you want to know? I spoke with a survivor. I heard there were only about a dozen attackers at Ember and nothing was mentioned about demons. A survivor. Well, that's good news. With all the smoke, I'm sure I could have been mistaken. Tricks on the eyes and all that. Ha. Look, it's obviously you know I wasn't there. What do you want from me? Why did you say you were there? Free ale and the attention of women, of course. You think someone like me could get that otherwise? Tell me what actually happened. I'd heard there was a dryad in the Duskwood, so I figured, well, you know how dryads are, with men I mean. Oh God, how predictable. I think dryad legends do more to get men lost in the woods than dryads themselves. I didn't get too far in before the wolves chased me away, so I decided to stop in Ember for a while. Then I saw the smoke from Ember, so I didn't dare head that way. By the time I got back to Port Last, people were already talking about the massacre. No one around here seemed to know what really happened, so I figured I might as well embellish my involvement. No one's getting hurt, right? You're doing damage just by spreading the story. Oh, please. All the harm's already been done. The murderers are still loose, and you're a witness. Do you understand now? Oh, no, I didn't even consider that. Everyone, I have an announcement. That should keep his mouth closed. We didn't need him spreading any more of those wild tales before the trial. Well done. Let's move on. Okay, so that wasn't necessary to be done before the trial, but that is basically everything that we needed to have done before the trial starts. Uh-oh. We were getting stuck in the terrain. Come on. There we go. Let's get over here. So we need to head back to meet Sir Naval in the Neverwinter Castle. I think I have some stuff to... Oh, no, I don't have stuff to sell. Oh, that's good. I forgot. I sold it all already.
Yes.
Listening, really.
Follow me, everyone. Grab a buddy and let's head out.
Okay. We don't have a save for Black Lake District. Now we do. All right, there is Sir Naval, and there is Lord Nasher. Unfortunately, the whole trial does take a little while. So I think I'm going to leave this episode here. It's a little short compared to some, but we'll get it out of the way. We'll do the whole trial and the follow-up in the next episode, and we'll be good. So thank you all for joining me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next one. Bye now.